It was a tragic weekend in Oklahoma waters. Today, family members are mourning the loss of their 18-month-old child. We're told the family was outside Saturday night with 4 kids when their 1-year-old got into the backyard and then into an unkept pool. The girl's mother jumped in the pool, tried CPR, but it was too late. Another drowning, this one in a state lake. The OHP says Edmund Wallace was fishing in a boat at Tom Steed late yesterday afternoon. Troopers aren't sure what happened, but another fisherman saw the boat surface. He notified authorities, and troopers found Wallace's body on the floor of that boat. And another drowning, this one in Pittsburg County. A McAllister man drowned at Lake Eufaula Friday night. Investigators say 23-year-old Kyle Haskins was fishing from a boat when he fell into the water. Many families will be heading to the lake or the pool this holiday weekend, of course, and we want to help keep your family safe. That's why we're joined by Lauren Farah this afternoon. She's with Save Kids Oklahoma. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
What a tragedy to run through all of these drownings even before the long holiday weekend.
Absolutely. We see a spike on Memorial Day weekend typically, so I think with the weather being seasonally warmer and stuff, people are just eager to get back in the water. Children
and life jackets, they must go together.
Absolutely. There's no substitution for active parental supervision and a life vest. Especially in lakes, the water can be kind of unclear, and if there's multiple children, like this weekend's incident, you know, life jackets can play a really big role in safety.
And something I think is important, and we were talking about this a minute ago, that false sense of security. If your child does know how to swim, don't rely on that too much.
Absolutely. Life vests do save lives. It's important to get a Coast Guard approved life vest. Don't rely on, you know, the pool floaties or noodles or inner tubes especially as life-saving devices as well.
What should we be teaching our children before they swim this weekend?
Never swim without an adult supervising, and especially without a buddy. And you know, that goes for adults as well. Both cases this weekend for adults, they were alone. So go take somebody with you, take a friend.
Something we're learning is that children can learn to swim at even earlier ages than they originally had believed. So probably it's never too early to learn something about surviving in the water.
Absolutely, and even if it's just survival skills, as in, you know, don't go near the water without a parent, or if you see something in the water, don't go for it. Some of those safety rules can apply at very early ages and can save your child's life.
Does Save Kids Oklahoma have recommendations for those who have pools, safety devices that you feel really strong about?
Absolutely. Well, on the market there are several devices. There's pool alarms that will notify you if something goes into the water. But, you know, for some of those quick setup pools that people just throw in their backyard, the wading pools, for little ones, make sure your doors are locked. If they can reach that lock, make higher locks. Make it so that if there's not an adult present outside, that your child cannot be outside without you.
And a lot of us are talking about going to the lake this weekend. We were in the studio today. What advice do you have parents in that setting?
A lot of the same rules apply. Get your kids on life vests. Be a good example. Wear a life vest if you have older kids that are said, you know, life vests aren't cool. Put on a life vest. You know, be that example. And as always, there is no substitute for active supervision.
And do as I do. That's always good. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate your insight into being safer this weekend. For more safety tips from Save Kids, go to news9.com. Look for the Scene on News 9 tab.